Hi, today we are going to solve polynomial equations. Let's start with the rational root theorem. The rational root theorem states that if we have p of x as a polynomial function whose leading term is a sub n, x raised to n, and whose constant term is a sub 0, where both of them, the leading coefficient and the constant term, are non-zero integers. If the rational number p over q is 0 of p of x, such that the GCF, or the greatest common factor of p and q, is 1, meaning this is prime, meaning wala silang common factors, yung p at saka q. So then p is a factor of the constant term, and q is a factor of the leading term, the leading coefficient. Note that if a number k is a solution of p of x equals 0, then k is called a root. Okay, root ang tawag natin sa kanya, yung value ng k that is the solution of the equation p of x equals 0. Additionally, if a number k makes a polynomial function p of x equals 0, when it is substituted to x, then n is called the zero of the function. Okay? Yung root at saka yung 0, they are almost the same, but they are slightly different. Okay? They are different. Root to equation, 0 is to the function. Example of the rational root theorem. Consider the polynomial p of x equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. So, this is our, this term is the leading term, and it contains the leading coefficient here. Okay? Ito naman yung a sub 0. This is the constant term. So, the leading term here, x cubed, it contains the leading coefficient, which is, in this case, 1. Okay? 1. So, to determine its possible roots, we solve for p over q. So, yung p muna, p are the factors of the constant term. Factors of 6. So, factors, ano ba yung mga factors ng 6? 1 and 6. Positive 1 and 6. Negative 1 and negative 6. So, positive, negative 1. Then we have 2 times 3. So, positive 2 times positive 3. And negative 2 times negative 3. So, we have positive negative 2, positive negative 3, positive negative 6. Ibig sabihin nito, positive 1, negative 1, positive 2, negative 2, positive 3, negative 3, and so on. Okay? Ang Q naman, these are factors of the leading coefficient. Leading coefficient, yung kasama ng x cubed. Yung kasama ng x cubed is 1. So, what are the factors of 1? 1 times 1 at saka negative 1 times negative 1. So, we have here positive 1 and negative 1. So, we read this as positive negative 1. Okay. Now, ano ba yung factors ng P over Q? Kanina, inisa-isa natin. P, these are the values of P. And then Q, these are the values of Q. And so, we divide them. P divided by Q to get P over Q. Okay, so we have P over Q are, eto siya, 1 divided by 1, that's 1. So we have here positive negative 1. And then 2 divided by 1, so positive negative 2. 3 divided by 1, positive negative 3. And 6 divided by 1, so positive negative 6. So the values of P over Q are these numbers. Okay? So, we call these as the possible roots. Okay? Possible roots of p of x equals 0. So, let's recall the factor theorem. Factor theorem states that if p of x is a polynomial function and k is a real number, then x minus k is a factor of p of x if and only if p of k equals 0. Okay? So, pag nag-substitute tayo ng number, tapos naging 0, ibig sabihin, yung x minus k is a factor of the polynomial function. Okay, example, if we have p of x equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6, let us check if factor ba yung x plus 1 ng p of x. So, by checking, ano ba? We have x plus 1 dito, so the value of k is negative 1. So, p of negative 1 equals 0. Okay, so check muna natin kung ang p of negative 1 ba ay 0. So, if mag-0 siya, then x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. So, let's see. P of x equals this one. So, p of negative 1 meaning, substitute natin yung negative 1 sa lahat ng x. So, x cubed magiging negative 1 cubed minus 4x squared magiging negative 1 squared plus x meaning plus negative 1 and then we have plus 6. So, solving that, we have p of negative 1 equals 0. So, meaning, since p of negative 1 is 0, it follows that x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. Okay? So that's the factor theorem. Now, the fundamental theorem of algebra says that a polynomial function p of x of degree n, yung degree is, di ba yung highest na exponent ng variable sa polynomial. So, a polynomial function p of x of degree n has exactly n zeros. So, kung ano yung value ng n, yun din ang number ng kanyang zeros. Let's say yung x cubed minus 2x. So, halimbawa, 3 ang degree ng polynomial function. Then, 3 din yung number ng zeros niya. Okay? It follows that p of x has at most n rational zeros. When we say at most, meaning pinakamaraming number of rational zeros niya ay n. So, yung x cube 3, yung degree niya, so it has exactly n zeros. But it has at most 3 rational zeros. At most, pinakamarami. Pwedeng 2 yung rational zeros niya. Pwede ding 3 yung rational zeros niya. Pero hindi pwedeng maging 4. Okay? So this theorem helps us check whether we have the correct number of zeros given the degree of the polynomial function. Example, let's say p of x equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. So the degree is 3. This is the highest exponent in this polynomial function. So thus, p of x has at most 3 rational zeros. Right? At most 3 rational zeros. Okay, pag sinabing at most, pinakamarami niya ay 3 rational zeros. But it has exactly 3 zeros. Okay? Maaari kasi yung, halimbawa, no, may mga instances na 2 lang ang rational zeros niya kasi yung isa, it's an imaginary number. Okay? Ang value ng zeros niya is imaginary. Okay? So, that's the fundamental theorem of algebra. Now, how do we get the solutions of a polynomial equation? So, the solutions of a polynomial equation are the values of x that will make the equation true. Example, for x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6 equals 0, this can be true, okay, with the values of negative 1, negative 2, and 3. So, meaning if you substitute x with negative 1, it will really be equal to 0. So that makes this equation true. So negative 1 is a solution of this equation. If you substitute x with 2, that will also make this equation true. So 2 is a solution to this equation. Also with 3, okay? So the solutions of this p of x equals 0 are negative 1, 2, and 3. But how do we find these solutions? Okay, so we follow this step. First, we write the equation in general form, okay, descending degrees, and then we equate it to 0, and then we use the rational root theorem to find the possible roots. Diba? We get the values of p, factors of the constant term, and we get the values of q, factors of the leading coefficient, and then we divide p by q. And so those are yung values ng p over q, those are the possible roots. And then we get one of the values of P over Q, and we test it for a 0 by substituting this to the value of x in the given in a given equation. So we use one of the values of P over Q to try if it's a factor of P of x, right? And so if k is a root, then x minus k is a factor of the given polynomial. The polynomial can be divided by the binomial x minus k to obtain the depressed polynomial by the use of synthetic division. So if the depressed polynomial is still of a higher degree, which cannot be factored easily yet, get another possible root. Use same method as above, but this time divide the depressed polynomial by the form factor for an easier computation. And then, if the depressed polynomial has degree of 2, try factoring the polynomial using the different factoring techniques. If the polynomial is not factorable, use the quadratic formula. Lastly, we apply the zero product property. So wherein we equate each of the factor into 0 and then we solve for the values of x. Let's have an example. What are the possible values, or what are the possible rational roots of the polynomial equation x cubed plus 2x squared minus 9x minus 18 equals 0? So here, ang tinatanong lang sa atin yung possible rational root. So we are going to use the rational root theorem. So first, we write the equation in general form. This step is important so that we can have the correct values of a sub 0. This is the constant term and the leading coefficient. So we have to arrange the terms in order, decreasing order of exponents ng variable. So we have x cubed, x squared, and we have 1 here, and we have the constant term, the last one. So this is already the case in the given equation, so proceed to the next step. So naka-arrange na yan. So our leading coefficient is 1, and our constant term is negative 18. So determine the values of constant term in the leading coefficient. Tapos na, no? So the leading coefficient is 1, and the constant term is negative 18. And so we determine the values of P. Ang P naman, again, that's those are the factors of the constant term. So ano bang factors ng negative 18? 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. So we have here positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 3, positive negative 6, positive negative 9, positive negative 18. And ano ba yung factors ng leading coefficient? So that's the value of Q. So leading coefficient is 1. Anong factors ng 1? 1 times 1 and negative 1 times negative 1. So we have positive negative 1. Okay? Next, we divide these values. The values of P, we divide it by the values of Q. So 1 divided by 1 is 1, 2 divided by 1 is 2, 3 divided by 1 is 1, and so on. So we have P over Q. P over Q is equal to these values. So meaning, these are the possible, okay, the possible rational roots of P of x equals 0. Okay? Remember, duplicates can be eliminated when we get the values of P over Q. Okay? Ayan. So let's have another example. Find the rational roots of f of x equals 0, where f of x equals x cubed minus 3x squared minus 16x minus 12. So we write the equation in general form. So dapat naka-arrange yan 3, 2, 1. So 3, 2, 1, 0. Constant term yan equals 0. So the leading coefficient is 1. So we determine the values of P, factors ng constant term. Negative 12, so factors niya 1 times 12, so 1 and 12. And then 2 and 6, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, 3 and 4. So factors, values of P. Now the values of Q, leading coefficient natin is 1, so 1, positive, negative 1. Then we divide them, so since 1 lang dito, so lahat yan are the values of P over Q. Okay, so these are the possible rational roots. So kukuha tayo dito ng isang value and itry natin kung magzi-zero siya pag i-substitute sa x. Okay, so we are going to test any of these values for a 0. So let's check if -1 is a root of the equation. Actually, you can use any of the values here ng p over q to test whether mag-0 siya or dili. So we have, we may try +1, -1, or 2, -2, depending on you, okay? So let's check yung -1 muna. So let's check if -1 is a root of the equation by substituting it to x. So f of -1, -1 cubed minus 3 times -1 squared minus 16 times -1 minus 12. So with the use of calculator para mas madali, the value is 0. Meaning, -1 is a 0 of f of x or the function f of x. So that means that x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial x cubed minus 3x squared minus 16x minus 12. Kasi nga yung -1 is a root of the polynomial equation. Then x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial. So here we divide x cubed minus 3x squared minus 16x minus 12 by x plus 1 to find the depressed polynomial, and we use synthetic division for that. Okay? Using synthetic division, di ba, x plus 1 yon, so -1 ang value ng k natin dito. And the coefficients here, 1, -3, -6, -12, so you know the process. And we have here the final array of numbers, 1, -4, -12, 0. So the remainder is really 0. And so the depressed polynomial is given by x squared minus 4x minus 12. So the factors of this polynomial, factoring it further, we have x minus 6 and x plus 2. So we find the values of -12 that when we add or subtract, magiging -4. And that's -6 and +2. So -6 times 2, -12. -6 plus 2 is -4. Okay? So the factors of the depressed polynomial are x minus 6 and x plus 2. Thus, x squared minus 4x minus 12 is equal to x minus 6 times x plus 2. So lastly, we apply the zero product property wherein we equate the depressed polynomial into 0. And so the values of x is 6, x minus 6 equals 0, and then x equals 6. For x plus 2 equals 0, so x equals -2. Therefore, the solutions of the equation, x cubed minus 3x squared minus 16x minus 12 equals 0 are, yung first one, the first solution was -1. Next, we have the 6 and -2. So, we have degree 3. So, the maximum number of rational zeros are tatlo din, no? So, we have -1, 6, and -2. So, we also have 3 rational roots.